Hello and welcome to today's video. It is a very special day. It is a bonus Curtis Speaks. Here we are on a Sunday. This could have been a topic that I could have saved for next week, but I really wanted to talk about it this week, but I didn't want to push back the topic that I picked for earlier in the week, so you guys get a bonus Curtis Speaks video. Yeah? Good job, Fiesta. Proud of you. So, basically, on the 27th of August was a pretty cool day. I went to a car show where you go around, get in for free, and look at a bunch of really cool supercars. And they also had classic cars and muscle cars. But there's one thing that stood out. Aside from the fact of the Huayras, the $15 million one Zonda in the world, LaFerraris, Aventadors, Lamborghini Centenario, I believe that's what it's called, Gallardo, all the supercars, the Enzo Ferrari, which is super cool Ferrari, and some of the newer McLarens from the past year. What stood out to me was my favorite car of all time, being able to see a McLaren P1, which I know is a kind of recent supercar from 2013, but for me, that's my favorite car, and since it came out in 2013, I've just loved that car so much. And to be able to see not one, but two of that car in one spot was so amazing. Like, everything about that car is so cool. I really like just how it was, like, the design of it just looks cool in general. And I like so many things about it. The front headlights, that's cool because it looks like the McLaren logo. Just seeing the spoiler up and how it works just there is really cool. Seeing just everything about that car, so amazing. I used to have a picture in the studio before I redesigned it above that door of a McLaren P1. I had a design of how, like, the battery works in the car to make it a hybrid. I went on to Amazon a couple years ago, actually it was 2015, and I bought a McLaren P1 Hot Wheels so I could have an orange one. And that is up on the wall over there now. And McLaren P1 is my favorite car, and it's so cool to go up to see it. And going to the show, I knew that there was McLarens there, or there should be a McLaren P1. Because my brother had went to the show last year, and he had seen this car. And he had put the pictures, I believe he put a picture of it on Instagram, and it was just so cool that he had seen it. So this year, when we were supposed to go see my brother, because he got a dog the day before, and then he's like, that car show's there, so let's go to the car show. So we went to the car show, and once I knew we were going to the car show, I was pretty excited, because I knew that that car was there. Now don't get me wrong, seeing some of the other cars, a $15 million one Zonda, the only Zonda of that version in the world, is super cool. And to see a bunch of Huayras is really cool. See a bunch of different Lamborghinis is really cool. And all the Ferraris were really cool. All the other McLarens were really cool. All the classic cars, cool. Muscle cars, cool. But nothing really could compare to that feeling seeing my favorite car. And you walk around, well, the way we walked from the Ferraris, looked at all those, over to the McLarens. And the McLarens are parked a little bit in front of the Ferraris, so you'd walk up and see behind the McLarens. And walking up, knowing that it was a P1, because a lot of the McLarens are very similar, that have came since the P1, because they all took off that P1 design, basically. There's a lot of cars that look similar to it, but once you get around that corner, and you could see it from, like, they look a little different from the front, and you could see, it's like, that is a P1, and there are two of them. When I walked around that corner and seen the back of a P1, it was like chills a little bit, little bit, and I'm just like, whoa, this is my favorite car. and I'm seeing my favorite car. Like, it's something that I've seen on, like, Top Gear before when they had it, and then later the Grand Tour. Seeing it on both those shows, it was cool. And to see pictures of it and all that stuff, and for it to be some car that I just knew stuff about, and be like, whoa, here it is, for real, was just so special. And again, seeing all those supercars that I knew about and talked about and really liked for a long time was really cool as well. To see the Paganis, again, the Huayra and the Zonda, both are really cool, and I really like those cars as well. And again, all the other McLarens, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and some other cars that there's only like 3 of in the entire country, is cool. And it was awesome to see it all. But to see the P1 was something special. Now, if you guys are wondering, why didn't you post a video of this event? I didn't really feel like recording it. I wanted it to be something that I could experience it and focus on just experiencing all the cars around me and just seeing all the cars and everything. It was super special. And I didn't want to have to focus on recording a video and have that get, not in the way, but sort of in the way. Why'd I do it that way? In the way. Like, the video might have gotten in the way of recording, or not recording, but focusing on just experiencing every car for what it is. Now, if I go again next year, which they're having the event again, we got a little paper that has the date for it. If we go again next year, maybe I'll record it because I've experienced most of the cars once that are there. So maybe next year I might do a video of it. But I know when we're looking at some of the cars, my dad's like, "Are you recording this?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm not." And then I think my brother thought that was kind of cool that I was just taking time to focus on something else that maybe wasn't recording videos. But I get to sit down and talk about it now with you guys. And if you guys didn't see it, by the time this video goes up, it'll be a couple weeks from now. But if you guys want to see my pictures from it, go down to the link below to my Instagram page, and there's a bunch of pictures from the cars that I posted. I think I posted 10 pictures of cars that I seen there. I posted most of the pictures of the cars that I took pictures of. So that was pretty cool. So with that, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed a bonus video of Curtis Speaks. And we'll see you guys in the next one.